So I think I first saw John Carpenter's 1978 Halloween when I was probably, I'd say 5 or 6 years old. Yeah, there wasn't many restrictions when it came to movies in my family. If my dad wanted to see it, you got to see it too. And I grew up with some of the classics: Amityville, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Texas Chainsaw, the list goes on and on. Kind of how the 90s were the era of the action star, the 70s and the early 80s was the era of the slasher star. Now, decades after the original, we're getting yet another Michael Myers slasher, this time directed by David Gordon Green, and written by Green, Jeff Bradley, and Danny McBride. You can really tell these creators had a deep respect for the original content, bringing back actors such as Nick Castle, the original Michael Myers, and Scream Queen Jamie Lee Curtis as Laurie Strode, the sole survivor who escaped Myers' murderous rampage 40 years ago on Halloween night. Halloween 2018 touts itself as a direct sequel to the original 1978 classic, ignoring all other 9 sequels that came before it. It also is exactly the sequel that this franchise and Jamie Lee Curtis needed and finally deserved, while staying true to John Carpenter's vision. The movie starts with Laurie, who's still living in Haddonfield, now a mother and grandmother who's been completely consumed the past 4 decades, suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder, preparing for what she believes is the inevitable return of Michael Myers, stockpiling guns and fortifying her home with security features that would make Sarah Connors proud. Curtis is no longer the paranoid victim giving an insanely tense performance here as a Sarah Connors-esque Strode who won't stop until her demon is dead. Of course, all this comes with a price, effectively destroying both her relationships with her daughter and granddaughter, but Laurie is content with the side effect if that's what it takes to protect them and keep them safe. But the movie just doesn't play on Jamie Lee Curtis's Strode as being a badass. It also infuses a lot of comedy into this narrative, knowing when and how to poke fun of itself and its undying antagonists, something I'm sure Danny McBride undoubtedly had a large role in as part of the writing team. Of course, in the end, Laurie was right to be overprotective all these years. As Michael escapes the Smiths Grove institution and heads back to the town he started his rampage 40 years ago to finish the job. And finish the job he does. The kill sequences in this movie are some of the most terrifyingly crazy, violent kills I've seen in years on screen. Not just the disturbingly savage, bloody ones you see, but the ones hidden from the camera where Green uses incredible strength during the most disturbing elements of his film, leaving them for your imagination with only sounds of stabbing and bones breaking that can be just as effective as the gruesome visuals due to the dynamic sound design. The camera work here harkens back so much on the original, in such a way you never feel like Myers is ever completely alone on his spree, but has someone following his every move, watching and filming his every kill. And the way it's used to capture Michael Myers throughout this movie is something that needs to be seen to be understood. But if there's one moment that could sum it all up, it would be the scene with the motion sensor lighting, where the lights are strobing on and off, that had the crowd in a panic, and it's something you won't forget anytime soon. Another major part of this movie is they were able to bring back the man himself, John Carpenter, and his son to create the score here. What I would say is his best composition in years, giving so much respect to the original, perfectly placed beats. I'd even go as far as to say this is his best score since the original Halloween, creating a new Halloween that, while not as yet as good as the original, is terrifying, suspenseful, funny, and a Halloween that respects the integrity of the original masterpiece while shaping itself for a new generation of horror fans. I'll give Halloween a B+. Thanks to everyone for stopping by and checking out my review of Halloween. You can stay tuned for more reviews just like this one very soon by just hitting that subscribe button below and joining the quest.